I got a random meeting on my calendar. I feel like, and there's a bunch of them on this other lady's calendar. I hope I'm not getting fired. I will die. Someone else is in there. I'm getting fired. Oh my God, I'm getting fired. Hello.
Good morning, Decker.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I asked, who I think you know, so join us for this call. She is our HR representative. We've got some updates we'd like to share with you this morning.
Okay.
So as you know, we have been working with to help us identify the best way forward for Avon this last period of time. And while we originally believed that we would be integrating with, we've instead determined that it was best for us to refocus the agency to an independent agency. And in doing so, we've initiated a buyback of it. Unfortunately, as you may know, the lack of growth and the decline in our client revenue has negatively impacted our business beyond what we can sustain. And it's forced us to make what are very difficult decisions to eliminate roles within the agency. And this includes the elimination of your role, making today your last day. Please know that it was a very difficult decision. You made meaningful important contributions to the last couple of years, and we have the utmost respect and gratitude for what you've done and what you've given. At this point, what I will do is I'll turn it over to you so she can take you through some of the next steps.
Email meeting up shortly. And once you get the chance to review and look everything over, please let me know, and I'm happy to answer any and all questions you may have.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. I wish you the best.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Y'all, God be working how he be working, because I just got fired. Let me tell y'all what happened today. So the ladies in the front was talking about me like they've been doing all week. And I simply walked up there and I said, do y'all want to talk about it? And look, the one with no teeth got mad and she started barking and I started laughing. I was like, why are you so upset? You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? And she started barking and my boss heard her barking. So then my boss came up there and was like, Maisha, go back to your seat. And I was just like, I'm not the one yelling here. Like, what's the problem? Well, just don't talk to anybody. I said, well, we work together. Why we can't talk to each other? I always talk to everybody. I stand up here and talk all the time. So what's the issue? Well, just don't talk to anybody from here on out. Just don't talk. I said, so you don't want me talking to you either. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to anybody from here on out. Okay. I said, but we supposed to work together and you don't want me talking to none of y'all. Got it. So then she was like, just sit down. I was like, or I can go home because this is stressing me out and I'm getting a headache. She said, you're going to stay here till 1 o'clock. I said, okay. So then I sat at my desk and I called the other supervisor, the one she tells me to call now. She told me not to go through her for anything. She don't want me talking to her. So I called the other supervisor and I left her a voicemail and I said, hey, this is what happened. I told her everything that happened like I just told y'all. And I said, my stress levels are getting high. I'm starting to get a headache. I'm going to just go ahead and go home because my doctor prescribed me some medication for work stress and I don't have that prescription with me, so I really just need to leave. And I'm going to call you back in 10 minutes to make sure you have my voicemail. And if you don't answer, I'm going to leave another voicemail and I'm going to go home. Mind y'all, there was no more patients left for the day. Right? I get off at 1. This was like 12:20 something. There was no more patients left for the day. Called her back in 10 minutes. She didn't answer, left her a voicemail. Before I left, I called HR, didn't answer, called HR back, didn't answer, left them a voicemail, and I sent them an email all before I walked out of there. I left. And then I came to come handle business. I just checked my phone and they're saying they took that me leaving as my resignation. No, y'all just terminated me, baby, because I contacted a supervisor and HR to let y'all know that I was leaving and there were no more patients for the day. So thank you for that. Thank you for firing me for leaving for my migraines after I submitted.
More and more Americans are feeling burned out at their work. The constant office politics and crappy coworkers just make a lot of people feel really tired of their job. On the other hand, they can't afford to lose their jobs because then they won't have an income and they depend on that job to pay for everything and they got so many bills coming in. It's a really sad, stressful situation a lot of people find themselves in, and they really hate their current job and they dislike a lot of the coworkers coworkers and the relationships with them, but they can't really escape from that because the job market is so tough right now. If they get fired or if they quit, they cannot find another job like that in a short period of time. So they have to keep sticking with the job even though they really dislike it.
So last night at like 10 o'clock, I got a calendar invite from the COO of my company with just me, the CEO, and him copied on it. So a 3-person meeting. I have no idea what this is about. My first suspicion is that I'm getting fired. I don't know, but I haven't had any warnings before about my performance or anything. So it's just really odd to get a calendar invite out of the blue from the CEO and COO for the following morning. I'm about to join the Zoom meeting and I'm gonna film joining, and it's only 15 minutes long. Hello.
Hey, Grace.
Hi, how are you guys? Gotcha. Well, honestly, I really enjoyed my time working with you guys. You all have been awesome to work with, I think, the past 9 months. Yeah, just overall really grateful for this experience and wish you guys the best. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Guess I'm a full-time influencer now.
I was fired from my job of 6 years today in the most ridiculous way. Let's fucking talk about it. This place is a small business, so there's not very many employees. So basically the owner is selling to this other person who's worked there for the last 2 years. He was gonna have us fill out applications if we wanted to keep our jobs, but it wasn't guaranteed that we'd be able to keep them. Well, I wasn't gonna fill one out because I've already been trying to find another job, but like I thought I'd still have like a month or something. Last night I get a text from the other person who does my job, and she said, I was asked to work tomorrow because you wanted a day off. Do you want to take Wednesday instead? And I'm like, I never said I couldn't work tomorrow. This is my fucking shift. I've worked every Tuesday morning for the last 3 years. Like, that's my shift. So I texted my boss and I was like, I'm confused. Like, why did you ask her to work tomorrow when, like, I never said I couldn't work tomorrow? And he's like, I asked her if she was available. Why is it any of your business? Well, bitch, first of all, what the fuck? It's my business because it's been my shift for 3 years. What do you mean? Texted him twice. He never fucking responded to me last night. I'm like, whatever. I don't even know if I'm going to be going to work tomorrow. Like, this don't fucking sound good. I just know he's trying to get me to quit or some dumb shit. Okay, then my other coworker, she's worked there for 16 years. We're real close. She texted me this morning. She was fucking fired today. I was like, you're joking, right? She's like, no. He called me and said the other kid is taking over this weekend and he's letting me go. I'm like, all right, if you're getting fucking let go, that means I'm getting let go. I already fucking know. Still haven't gotten a text from him. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna call him. He didn't answer. I texted him again. I said, can you just let me know if I'm fired? Like, don't fucking play these dumb games with me, trying to give my shifts to other people, not even tell me. Like, hello, that makes no sense. He said, yep, got your check here. Oh, okay, thank you. I've worked for you for 6 fucking years, and that's how you tell me I'm fired. I literally have to ask you, and you tell me, yep. Like, where's the fucking compassion? Like, I wasn't fucking there for the last 6 fucking years. And then my coworker, I feel horrible for her. She's been there for 16 fucking years now. We both fucking hate that job, so it's like, great. Like, to have a new job now, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's so fucked up, dude. What? Makes sense. Fire the 2 fucking people who have been there the longest and actually care about their jobs and get shit done, but keep all the other fucking people that don't do shit around there because they're your fucking buddies. Oh yeah, it's because her and I didn't care for him. She was a bitch when she had a reason to be. I just didn't fucking talk to him because I don't give a shit. And of course, we're the ones that get let go. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Have fun when your fucking business goes downhill because you got rid of the 2 people that actually cared about their fucking job and the customers and did the fucking work. So also, y'all don't want to eat there anyways, Trevi's Pizza in Marlette, because they fucking blow their nose and go to the bathroom and not wash their fucking hands before they make your food. So just so you guys know, it's all gonna go downhill. I don't really give a fuck anymore. Fuck you if you're seeing this because that's fucked up. I've gone above and beyond for the last 6 years with my job, doing 2 jobs at once, actually, to help people out, all for fucking $12 an hour, and this is the way I get fucking treated. I'm not even 100% pissed at my boss because he's not the one that made the decision, but at the same time, the way he fucking told me and the way he's been treating me, like, I don't give a fuck what the reason is. Like, that's just so fucked up. Like, couldn't even have the decency to have a conversation with me. I was the one that was always expected to do better, to go above and beyond, but everybody else could do whatever the fuck they want, get away with everything. Makes no goddamn sense. Anyways, don't work at a restaurant. They don't give a fuck about you no matter how long you work there and how hard you work because they can just replace you. And unless you're all buddy-buddy with the owners and managers, they're not going to care about you, even if you do a better job. So, yeah. Goodbye. Fuck you. So if you guys want to follow me and help me make some more money on social media, that'd be awesome, because I've already been trying to apply to a bunch of jobs over the last couple months and haven't found shit. But now I'm actually out of a job. So that's where we're at. Yeah.
Let me let y'all in on a little secret, okay? Right now, I am not able to do hair. I have limited mobility in my left arm, so I cannot provide any quality services, okay? I don't have a backup plan right now that I can just immediately start a new job tomorrow. So I am applying to jobs and I am having to go back to corporate America, okay? But in the meantime, in between time, just know, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. Yes, I can go get another job in the nightlife and possibly have another job in the nightlife by this weekend. But as somebody who has been an entrepreneur, who has been a hairstylist for over a decade, y'all, I'm trying to figure some shit out, and I'm trying to keep it transparent and honest with you guys, because a lot of people don't be wanting to tell y'all this is the ugly side of being a business owner and the ugly side of being a hairstylist. Let me go into detail. So I started out having issues with my hand, carpal tunnel, then my hip. Keep in mind, this is all happening in my late 20s. Then it was my shoulder. Now it's my left shoulder and my left arm, and I can't even lift it over my head. Yes, I can move my hand. All this is happening, and I'm only 30 years old. I am too old for this stuff to be, too young for this stuff to be happening to me. Like, what is really going on? So with me also being an actor, I have to protect my body. I have to protect my asset. So that means that I do have to step away from here for a little while. So that means that I'm not begging for money. I'm not asking for a handout. I'm just being real transparent. I'm a very creative person, so I come up with shit all the time. Very intelligent person, so I know I can get me a job. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. However, right now, my immediate thing is to do content. So I'm about to be dumping this content out like 30 posts a day. You hear me? So if y'all see my content, interact with it, share it, stay for at least a minute or two if it's a long form video. I'm about to try to get back on YouTube. Content is about to be my source of income until I can get another source of income. And I'm not on here trying to act like something I'm not and be fake, because it'd be too many people faking. No, hair was my main source of income. And I was making good ass money, talking 6 figures on some years doing hair. But this year really showed me that it's time to pivot, because my income was cut in half this year. Yeah, the economy, clients didn't have the money, but now my body is acting up to where I can't even do hair anyway. So it's like, Portia, what are you about to do? What are you about to do? You need to figure something else out. I was going back to school to get my psychology degree. I actually was I was going to go back to school for cosmetology starting on my birthday, January 5th. All of this has changed. Everything has changed. All the plans that I had for 2026 for my life is now changed. Not spiraling, because it's like, come what may, God has a bigger plan for me. That's like somebody getting laid off from their job. You know what I'm saying? What do you do when you get laid off from your job? Yeah, you can go file unemployment. Yeah, you might get a severance pay. Yeah, you might get pivot. But right there in that very moment, you can't do anything but sit in it. So that is what I'm doing. I'm sitting in it. I just got laid off from my damn job. The end. Watch the content and engage. I ain't asking for your money.
So day after day, I log on to this app and I see so many college students struggling to get a job. And let me tell you why I think that is. I didn't take the traditional route and finish college before I got into the workforce. I actually got my first full-time job and promotion while in the middle of college. When I got out of high school, I went to a community college and I started to work at, like, doing work study, did some call center work. But it wasn't until I got to a school where I was working in education where I got to meet people with degrees, and like not just a degree, multiple degrees, and they gave me insights on their career paths. My principal at the time, she told me something that stuck with me to this day. She said the reason why a lot of people are not getting jobs and they just got out of college is because employers are prioritizing skill sets and experience over degrees. The reason being is because a degree communicates that you can withstand something, that you can endure something, that you can go through a program and finish. Great. But that does not communicate or guarantee that you have the necessary skills, the work ethic, the organization skills, just the experience overall. And employers want that skill versus experience, because one thing that all these people who I met in that career path who have multiple degrees said, that nothing in school prepares you for the job that you're going to work after you finish school. I've seen so many people who got the degree, but who do not have the work ethic, who don't have the skill set, so they get that job and then they fumble it because they just weren't taught how to handle a proper job. I'm so thankful At the same time, I wish I did finish because I had like 1 semester left and my funding got cut, which I just got back in school. So I'm really, really happy. I start in the fall. To have the experience and the skill sets and the degree, that's a double whammy. Why I always like encourage, like if you're in college, do internships, do work studies, so you can have some type of skill set. So when you get out of school, you're just not like, I have a degree, hire me, because that means nothing. Unfortunately, this is wrong. I just want to let you know that this is not okay, because this is the path that millennials and Gen Z were told to take, and that this would secure them a financially stable future. They'd be okay. Their kids will be okay. And that's not what's happening. And that's why there's so much frustration. Let me just emphasize that. This is not okay. Add some razzle dazzle on it to really like piss me off is y'all are sitting up giving people who have master's degrees entry-level jobs with some minimum wage. Like, what is $15 an hour? Like, I wouldn't even accept that. And I don't even have a degree. Like what? And how I've been finessing it is like, I don't have the degree, but I have so many college credits. Like if I wanted to like cash those in and get a degree, if that was able to do so, I would definitely do it. So I've been like spinning it off. Like, unfortunately, the work system takes a little like finessing. You have all these college graduates, all these alumni, and now what? Unless you know someone or a friend of a friend and know networking, which brings up my next point. I only got in my school because of who my mother knew. This world is built on who you know. You can do the, proper way, the traditional way, go to school, get your credentials, and then what? And then what? And I feel so bad. I feel so bad. I also feel lucky that I had the mind to get in the workforce so early. So now that I'm 29 years old, I can, spend my skills how I want to. But it's actually insane.
I got laid off. I had just 6 months prior bought my first ever brand new car. I had started paying off my long-standing credit card debt, but I wasn't quite done with it yet. So I got laid off with $60,000 in credit card and car debt. To make it even more fun, I was planning two weddings. Both my kids were getting married. I was planning and paying for both their weddings at the time. I had no backup plan. Zero backup plan. So layoffs always suck. They're never convenient, and I am not unique in the fact that my layoff was traumatic for me. But my layoff taught me something powerful and something that I will take with me for the rest of my life. My layoff taught me that I cannot count on someone else's company. I cannot count on corporate America to take care of me financially and secure my financial future ever again. And I was able to find a new job, but in that new job, I never will find the security that I thought I had before because it was all fake. So what my layoff taught me was that I needed to find a new way. I needed to find a safety net. I needed to find something that would provide for me and my family should any of the other what ifs happen. Because of my layoff, I was able to find digital marketing. Because of my layoff, I was able to find a blueprint that walked me step by step through setting up my online business. It taught me skills that are transferable so that I can now make other online businesses work. It taught me how I can have daily pay. It taught me how I can do income earning activities in just 2 hours a day so it can work around my crazy busy schedule. Layoffs suck, but I'm really thankful for my layoff. If this resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, I want you to comment safety. And I'm gonna get you the same blueprint that got me started.
Well, never would I thought that this would have happened to me, but it finally happened, y'all. So I was just getting off of work, maybe like 25, 30, 40 minutes ago, when we had like an emergency meeting. It was just a quick meeting they added at 1 o'clock. Anytime a company adds like a last minute meeting, to me, especially my experience with this company I'm with now, it always means like something is gonna happen. Either somebody's getting let go, or a group of people are being let go, or major changes are going to happen. So me and my provider were just in a car. I was about to drop her off. We decided to listen to the meeting together, of course. And just listening within like the first 5 minutes, we're like, yeah, they're laying us off. The meeting goes forward. They're letting us know how they're going to help us through the transition, the process, when our last day is going to be, so-and-so. And the whole time I'm thinking like, damn, like I've been seeing a lot of people on social media get laid off from their jobs. And I'm just like, I pray for everyone that's going through that. And I hope to never experience that. Literally like yesterday, I was just like, I'm so grateful for my job. It's not perfect, but I appreciate it. It enables me to keep food where I live, a place over my head, stuff like that. And to go in just within 24 to 48 hours in a position where I'm going to be having to look for a job. I'm gonna have to think about bills, my rent, just car insurance, having insurance to get my medications. And like, you try not to stress or worry yourself too much, but just like, it's so unpredictable, especially in this economy. But I'm trying to be positive about it and be like, this is just God's way of directing me in a better path and in a better direction. Like, don't stress on it. And I did not plan on drinking this Friday, but child.
If y'all saw my video a couple days ago, you would know that I just got laid off. Guys, there's a possibility I'm about to get fired. So I just got let go from my job. Like, I was like shocked. I still kind of am, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm still in that phase, but I can't believe I just got fired every time I've woken up in the morning. But another part of me is just really excited to see what the future holds, and like knowing that my journey's obviously going to continue, and I think the greater things are to come. So the reason that it shocked me so much is because me and my boss, we meet like weekly, if not every other week, go over how things have been. And so when he put a meeting on my schedule, I wasn't thinking anything of it. 10 minutes before the meeting, he was like, hey, so and so is gonna hop on from the people team. And I said, people team is HR, like, and mind you, they've been doing layoffs. Like, I wasn't like the first to go. I'm thinking I'm good because I work on the social team. We just had a guy who got another job opportunity and he moved on. So I'm like, dang, if anything, we might be short-staffed over here. So like, ain't no way I'm gonna get fired. I was wrong. The number one thing that I'm gonna miss is just the friends that I've made at that job. It's so crazy. Like, the night before I got fired or whatever, I had a big dinner with like 10 of my coworkers that night, and it was just like so much fun. Like, little did I know it was my last supper. I think it's kind of cute that God gave me that opportunity to just, fellowship with those people before I probably don't see most of them ever again. I moved to New York City 8 months ago, and I would like to stay there. I love it. I fell in love with New York, and there's also just a ton of opportunity in the field that I work in. So like, who knows, like, that's just the beginning probably. And I wanted to move out of Georgia just to experience something different, and I have. I would like to stay there to still kind of get that experience and get the full effects of it. But if God wants me here in Georgia and Atlanta, then so be it. I would be happy to move here just because it's so expensive in New York too. That's like another thing. I'm like, shoot, maybe this is a sign that I should pack it up and go home. I'm 25 at the end of the day. It's not the end of the world. It's actually quite literally the beginning. We'll be good, but I just wanted to make this video for anybody else who might be going through it also and had just got laid off. Like, better things are to come, and everything happens for a reason, and never doubt God's plan.
Hey y'all. So I'm letting y'all in my business a little bit, and it's only for my purposes only, literally. So I got fired today from my job, literally. And I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I did cry. I have been crying because I'm like, damn, like, this is a great worker. But the only reason why I honestly feel like I'm not so upset about it is because I literally got fired for being on social media. And I'd rather get fired for something that means something to me, because I love what I like. I'm good at social media. I love being on social media. Like, I love making content. Like, that's something that I love doing. And so I'd rather be fired for something that, is meaningful than like getting fired over something, whatever. But, and honestly, I'm taking it as a sign. I feel like what bigger sign could God give me that I need to take social media more serious than getting me fired, like making me lose my job, like for being on social media though. So I'm not upset. I am a little hurt because I love that job. Like, ask anybody. One thing I'm not going to sit here and do and act like I had a terrible job or anything like that. I had a great job, great benefits, great people. Other than that, like, overall, it's a great job. But I just feel like everything happens for a reason, and I may not totally understand the reason right now, but it's a reason behind it. I know I'm going to be good. Like, financially, I'm going to be straight. I mean, I'm definitely going to get out here and look for a job if this isn't going to take off, because I'm not just going to sit and not do anything. But yeah, like, what other sign could he give me besides, hey, yeah, you're not going to work for these people anymore? So that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm going to take it. It is what it is. I know that as long as I have faith and I believe that God is going to carry me through, he always does, and he will. So yeah, y'all need to start liking, commenting, and doing all this other stuff, following whatever, so we can start making some coins on here, because I am definitely jobless right now, but everything's going to be okay.
I think more people need to really get ready and start thinking about how to generate a second source of income, because more and more people are getting laid off and getting fired. And in my opinion, this economy and this phenomena are only going to get tougher. Right now, the situation is a lot of companies are training new AI models to replace entry-level positions. So maybe in 5 years, there'll be very few entry-level positions left in the job market. And on top of everything, because of the economic uncertainties, a lot of companies just simply aren't hiring. So as a result of that, when people get laid off and fired, they cannot land another job and they don't have an income, but they got so many bills they gotta pay for. So in that case, they really need a plan B to fall back on during tough times, and that requires a second source of income, whether it be selling things or social media, but people really need to start considering this.